Seems like America is in a mental health crisis. More than 1 in 5 U.S. adults, or 53 million people, live with a mental illness compared to 1 in 8 globally. And over 10 million U.S. adults live with a serious mental illness, such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or major depression. Our future seems to be suffering the most. People of ages 18 to 25 in the U.S. have the highest rate of experiencing mental health conditions, followed by those ages 26 to 49 and adults ages 50 and over. A lot of numbers, we know, but they matter. 40% of Americans reported symptoms of anxiety and depression in 2020 compared to just 11% in 2019. More than 12 million adults report serious thoughts of suicide. When things are not going well, it sometimes makes things even worse. Depression and anxiety problems account for $1 trillion in lost productivity each year across the globe. The solutions are very costly. The U.S. behavioral health market is projected to grow from $79.69 billion in 2022 to $105.14 billion by 2029. And on top, we have 42% of U.S. adults that cannot afford to access the treatment they need. So people just take Adderall. There were 41.4 million prescriptions of the drug in 2021. It's originally meant to treat ADHD. Getting a diagnosis for it got significantly easier during the pandemic.
You have ADHD.
Some people were diagnosed in a 30-minute video call with doctors. Misuse of Adderall is especially popular in middle and high schools. 1 in 4 students admit doing it. But those who really have ADHD suffer from drug shortage.
It's harder to see when it's yourself and it's emotional because we have an emotional home.
Some people also are turning to non-conventional forms of medicating their mind. The self-improvement market in the U.S. is projected to reach $13.2 billion by the end of this year. Part of the problem might go away on its own, since most of the data was collected during the COVID crisis, which seems to be over. But the overall majority of the problem, especially a chance to get help when you need it, has been already taken into account by the Biden-Harris administration. The White House is planning to introduce a rule that would make private insurance companies provide appropriate benefits for those suffering. The government hopes it will improve care for around 90,000 consumers. It's a step forward, but America and the world seem to be on a long healing journey.